That's the way to go, Mr. President, supporting the private sector industry in the country so that it should take control of the economy. This is very great thing, and more especially indigenous private sector. It's very important to empower it so that it can venture into critical investments area. And this is the only way to transform the economy of Malawi. Other than that, then foreign investments sometimes has a indirect benefit to the economy, but directly they wanna the sources where the investment is coming from, more especially the outside country, and the benefit can only directly be the investors themselves that are foreign individuals or foreign companies. But with the local private sector investment in the country supporting it to critically take control of the economy will be the only way enlarging Malawi's economy and thereby making change in the way our economic outlook is like in this country. I'm so happy that the FDH Bank is looking into critical investments like mining and also construction. They've started doing that. And if the president, you can give them whatever they need in order to make sure that they stay long on whatever endeavors they are doing in the country, then maybe Malawi can develop, and all other private sectors which are local should as well be encouraged to do what the FDH Bank is doing. Understand the meeting that you were having with the FDH Bank. You were discussing about the investments in mining, investment in road construction, supporting free education, and also other important areas in our economy. And I believe mining is very crucial. You know, whenever I'm hearing about the money that is coming from the foreign investors into the mining, I'm like shocked. That's little. Because you can hear about a certain investor pumping in like $50 million into mining. And we should be proud about that. Being a foreign investor pumping in $50 million, that's not a big money. That's small money. Because we are talking about $50 million, which is close to 50 billion Malawi kwacha. It means even the pension fund, if it can be allowed to invest into mining, they'll be able to invest even to mining. It is possible if they are able to buy a hotel. Then at the same time, they are building another hotel, which is even has already cost them 158 billion Malawi kwacha, but it's not finished. It means even if it is finished, it will cost them close to 500 billion Malawi kwacha. Let's say we are putting together like a lot of local companies that have got a big capital, and let them put their money together and invest in mining in Malawi. I think we can have close to $4 billion into mining invested in this country by local companies. It is possible. So take, for example, National Bank together with FDH, Pension Fund, Nico Holdings. Put them together to invest in mining, to start processing our minerals on our own without involving foreign companies. If foreign companies are coming, they should come at the back of the local companies, so that local companies should be the mother companies controlling minerals in this country. So, Mr. President, I think that's the way to go. Thank you for whatever you are doing, encouraging the local companies to be happy investors in our economy in all critical areas which have been sidelined for a long period of time by local investors because of fear of saying it is so risky investment. By investing in mining, road construction, we've always been depending on the aid to do our roads. We've been depending on the aid to do mining in this country. But now, it's high time now we start investing ourselves into these critical areas of investment so that the economy of the country can grow. You know, countries like America, China, they are growing because of local investment. South Africa, it is growing because of the minerals they have. Right? In Malawi, we should do likewise because some investors in Malawi will take us for granted, thinking like the country is very poorest. Therefore, we cannot invest a lot of money in that country. So we just want to bring $100 million, and the country will be like, that's a lot of money. We are happy. But it's not a lot of money. $50 million? No, it's not a lot of money. I've been hearing about that, saying like they're looking for money to invest like initially $50 million. So it's like in phases until maybe they will reach a point whereby they'll be putting in $200 million. But if they can invest, if they cannot put money for local processing of our materials, like resources that we have, then there's no need for us to ask them to invest in mining in our country because they're not going to be processing our resources. But if we are processing our minerals by ourselves, as we are setting up our own processing plant in their country, then it means like a country we're good to develop, we're good to become rich. Our minerals like are very so much like if we. I'm not saying like let's scare away the investors. That's not what I'm trying to say. But this is just to encourage the investors that are already on the ground to put more money so that our economy can grow, so that we can become developed. Let's develop our economy. Let's build our economy. Let us take pride in our economy by investing in areas that we have been overlooking so that we can build our nation on our own. We can change our nation on our own. It is possible. No wonder we are saying Malawi by 2030 should be industrialized economy. But no wonder we are not even going to do that. Because if we see what we are doing currently in order for us to become industrialized, there's little we are doing. And that dream can be impossible dream. Because as a nation by now would have been doing something towards the industrialization stage that we are focusing on. And I think preliminarily we were supposed to be putting much into our economy in innovation as well as in technological advancements so that we may be having a stronger footprint into our economy so that our dream can become a realistic dream, because it will never just happen overnight to become industrialized economy by the year of 2060. If we are not showing some interest in investing largely in our economy in areas that are critical for transformation of our nation into that advanced economy that we are dreaming about. But yeah, the president has been speaking a lot of saying the country can be transformed within his term of leadership. So we just wait to see how it is going to be possible, but we're not doubting, because it is possible to transform. I've seen Addis Ababa has been transformed greatly within a short period of time. What it means is that if there is an effort, and if there is a good leadership, kind of wise leadership, it is possible just to embark on transforming our economy, specifically in areas of mining, infrastructure development, and the other important areas that can be flagship of development in our nation. It is possible. I believe a president will do that. And we just need to encourage our president to make sure that he's doing enough to make sure that the nation develops. We can do it on our own. It's a nation that is developing, and we are happy with the news that Malawi has got it's the largest country in terms of layer F deposits. Like, we are number one in the world to have such critical materials that the world is having appetite for. Like, the whole world today is looking for this material that we have. And what are we doing about it? Are we just giving them away to investors who take these minerals away and the country still remains poorest? Like the way Kairekera happened with our uranium. We lost, and today maybe we're going to be having good news as well, because there's a new company that is doing uranium at Kairekera. So with this layer F that we have, let us be much more boss about them. We don't have to give away, like it's for free. We are going to control, and government, be careful. Take care of our minerals. Like, we've been giving you the responsibility to make sure that you protect our resources from enemies who come in this country, like investors. They just want to steal from our resources and leave us poor. And we will no longer trust those materials. I've heard about the news that we have lost a lot of billions in dollars in this country. And there was a case that the previous Attorney General was fighting for. $300 billion has been lost in this country by a certain company. And we have never trusted this money. And we can't get it back anymore. So with the layer we have, let's not lose it. It's better just we do little, pangono by ourselves until we master the game and be able to control our resources, and everybody who's coming in will just loop in that particular person as an investor into this economy, but at the processing level, not just getting raw materials and run away. No, it is not good for this nation. Thank you for watching this video. I'm so happy that you're supporting me. Keep on supporting me. We'll be coming here with a lot of videos discussing issues concerning our nation. We want to build our nation together, and it is possible, so I'll be here speaking out. Thank you. Remember to subscribe, like, and comment to my videos. It's very important to do that. Until I come back for another video, have a very good day. Bye-bye.